What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This, once again, is Scott Porter back for day number 2 of our brand new HeroClix unboxing series, this time for Marvel's Black Panther. That is right, on day 1, we got to see a couple of the Black Panthers. We got Shuri and T'Challa, and a T'Challa with the mask on Black Panther situation. There are a lot of different people who have taken up the mantle of Black Panther. Wakanda always needs a Panther to protect it. Comes from a deal with Bast, the avatar of Bast, you could say, as well as, being empowered by Vibranium, heart-shaped herbs. I mean, the whole thing, there is a huge legend and lore built around the Black Panther itself. Whether it was Masi, the very first one in Avengers BC, whether it was Bashenga, the one who mastered the storms around the Vibranium Mound and created the spear that you see T'Challa use so often today, the spear of Bashenga itself. Whether it's Mamadou Fall, who was from the Jabari regions, the northern regions of Wakanda, where the white guerrilla troop reside, and Baku and the rest. Mamadou Fall was seen as one of the most brutal, vicious, strong, powerful Black Panthers of all time. There have been there have been tens and tens of Black Panthers throughout the ages, before eventually falling to T'Chaka, who had a son named T'Challa, who was the Black Panther that probably all of you out there know if you're fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe or you read the current day comics. But there is a ton of history. There are a ton of characters that have come out of Wakanda, whether it's members of the Dora Milaje, whether it's members of Black Panther's own family, members of the Hattusaraze, the enemies that they faced over the years, whether it be Klaw or Killmonger, other threats from within with Tetsu and Zenzi, different enemies that have come out of Wakanda. There are a ton of characters in the books that could be in these boosters right here. Yesterday we got a couple of villains, we got some heroes, as well as a hint to what our sub-theme could be. We got a little bit of a hint of God Squad, then we got a god himself in Thor, so I can't wait to see what other threads we can pull that are sub-themes for this set that drops on October the 30th. So call your local gaming stores, your local comic shops, figure out when you can get your hands on this. Set release on October the 30th. Pre-release details to come from WizKids. I don't currently have them. We're a little bit ahead of schedule with these unboxings, like we always are. So without further ado, let's get into it and start spoiling what else could be in this set with boosters number 3 and number 4 from the Black Panther HeroClix set. I, again, cannot tell you what I'm expecting in this set anymore. I love the God Squad sub-theme. There have been a number of groups of God Squad teams. There was one that happened during Chaos War that had Silver Surfer and Damian Hellstrom and Cersei and Galactus, actually, as members of that God Squad. I think with Hercules as well. The very original one was during Secret Invasion, when Athena, acting from orders from the Godhead, brought a team of different gods from different races and belief systems on Earth to represent us and go into the dream realm to try and kill the actual gods of the Skrull Empire themselves. That was Amadeus Cho and Hercules, Ajax of the Eternals, as well as a couple of other very interesting choices. Snowbird, who you might know from Alpha Flight, was in that book. And then during Avengers Academy, Ares was actually a part of a team, or headed up a team called the God Squad. That was mostly Olympians and Asgardians teaming up together. So Angela and Sif, Thor and Ares. So very cool combinations of characters. Now that we've pulled on the thread of God Squad, any of those people could be in the set. And I'm super excited about that. It also opens up the door to maybe more Avengers. I mean, the history of the Avengers and the Wakandans are very rich, whether it be as friendship or as a foe. Captain America met T'Challa's father a very long time ago, T'Chaka. Actually, I think it was his grandfather that Steve Rogers originally met all the way back in World War II. And if you remember, Captain America's original shield, the one with the points at the top of it, that was not his current round one that Steve Rogers has used for a very long time. That is made out of vibranium. The reason that shield is made out of vibranium is because Steve Rogers traded that Black Panther, his original shield, as a sign of friendship, and as a sign of support for one another, as a place of refuge in the world, he gave that Black Panther his shield. That Black Panther gave him a chunk of vibranium. That's why his shield is made of vibranium. So Captain America, I would say probably in this set. If we're getting Thor, we've got Black Panther. I think Captain America's got to be a part of it. Tony Stark, Iron Man, has been an adversary more often than not to Wakanda, actually. He believes that the world should be run in his vision, not Wakanda's vision for the world. Wakanda does not try to press its ideals on the rest of the world, but very often is forced to defend itself in a way. And Tony Stark has been somebody who has been on the other side, an adversary of Wakanda. He put Killmonger in charge when Black Panther was away as a move towards superhero registration and getting Wakanda in line, and they very quickly lost control of the whole situation and had to try and right their wrongs and work with Black Panther to get Killmonger removed. That was back, I think, in Reginald Hudlin's particular run on Black Panther. So the Avengers, are they going to be in this set? Are we going to see more of those characters? I'm hoping that they don't steal too many slots from the characters within Wakanda that we love so much, though. I know we're seeing on the outside of the box, we're going to get his mother, we're going to get Shuri, we're going to get Okoye, hopefully. But what about Ayo? We saw yesterday with Akili, the head of the Hatsutsurase. I hope we continue to see that. Throughout Coates' run, Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, a lot of interesting people, whether they be villains or heroes, were popping up throughout his run. We had Monica Rambeau pop up, so she's a possibility. We had Thunderball from the Wrecking Crew, a reformed version of Dr. Franklin himself, joining the Wakanda nation. Manifold is a big character throughout that run. So you have heroes from all these different points of the Marvel Universe that have come to Wakanda on various occasions. So this set could really contain anything. I'm not going to speculate any further. I hope you guys are happy with the set so far. I know I am. And let's see what we have in today's boosters. All right. Oh, we just mentioned him. More God Squad situations. We have Ares. Look at that. Been a while since we saw this guy. Also, we have Amadeus Cho. And he's smuggling his little buddy, his little pup, Kirby, in his jacket. I think the Kirby was the name of his, and it's not a dog. It is a coyote. He thought it was a dog. Turns out it's a coyote. We have the Vibranium Man. Oh my gosh, okay. So that is from the Avengers Forever run. That is T'Challa from an alternate timeline. Very, very cool. We have a Hatsutsurase officer here, and we have a Wakandan scientist on the other side. So a couple more generics. We got a couple of generics yesterday as well. Always super excited to see generics in a set. We are seeing figures that can utilize them to spawn new ones as well. So very, very cool. Let's see. Let's take a link here. Oh, the 2023 HeroClix Team World Championships winners, Antonio, Garrett, and McConnell. Look at this. You guys are in the unboxing series. You guys are on cards, and that is so cool. And then on the back, of course, we've got Patrick, the HeroClix 2023 World Champion. If you haven't gone to Memphis for the HeroClix World Championships, this is a cool little thing, man, to see their faces on the outside of the box here. This is so cool. Oh, man, I know these guys. I've met a lot of these guys in person. This is so, so neat to see our friends within the HeroClix community get their propers within the actual boosters of HeroClix. That is so cool. By the time this will have come out, the World Championships for 2024 will already have happened, but keep an eye towards 2025, and you too can be have your face on a card inside a HeroClix booster packs. That is very, very cool. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at our first generic today, and I want to look, and again, if I'm mispronouncing or I'm butchering this Hatsutsurase name, I apologize sincerely. Take a look at the card, set number 11. Wakanda, Assassin, Police, and Soldier keywords. Has the Police and the Wakanda team abilities. No special powers here. You can see it's a split dial, 30 and 15 points, just like the Dora Milaje that we saw yesterday, I believe. A little bit of running shot at the top there. You can look at the back to see all of the powers. New Avengers, number 8, is the significant appearance for the Hitotsurase. I need to go back and check in with that new Avengers run to see why that would be a significant appearance. Still, Keeley leads these guys, and as he says, is always activating the protocols to refill the ranks if they need to. And his special power allows you to bring in Hitotsurase, which is very, very cool. Black Panther can spawn Wakandan keywords with 25 points or less as a cost on their dial, so I'm pretty sure he can pull in a couple of second-line Hitotsurase onto the force, onto the map if you need it in that moment. Very, very cool. Okay, Wakandan Scientist also comes in at 15 points, just like the low line on the Hitotsurase there. Wakandan and Scientists are the keywords, which you would expect looking at the actual name of the figure itself. Has the Wakanda team ability, which grants you stealth, which is awesome. Set number 14. Vibranium Research is the trait. Once per turn, when Wakandan Scientist or an adjacent friendly character with the Wakanda keyword hits, after resolutions, add a Vibranium token to your sideline. Free. Remove any one Vibranium token from your sideline. If you do, choose an adjacent unequipped friendly character. Generate a Vibranium armor equipment token and equip it to that character. Okay, you see their 3 clicks. They've got some willpower. They've got some outwit. And on the back of the card, Vibranium armor, which looks like the Midnight Angels armor, which we will get into if, Midnight Angels have to be in this set, right? We got to pull Midnight Angel. That is so cool. Vibranium armor, unequip, to drop, equip anyone can equip it. Defense + 1 is the effect. So you can grant defense by +1 by converting a Vibranium token into Vibranium armor via the trait for the Wakandan Scientist. Whew. Okay. That's a lot. Okay, there are a lot of people using Vibranium tokens, and we didn't get one in this booster. If we remember yesterday on day 1, if you didn't watch, go back and watch it. We got this little token here. That is the Vibranium token. I'm guessing you're going to need a ton of these because a lot of these characters are either coming into the game bringing Vibranium with them or are creating it through different game effects. So there's going to be a lot of Vibranium tokens on the sidelines from this set, y'all. Okay, let's take a look next at the other 2 guys are kind of tied together. I'm going to go with Vibranium Man next. This is a very, very cool concept. So, Vibranium Man. Wakanda armor, ruler, scientist, warrior. Has the Spider-Man and Wakanda team abilities if you look there at the top. So, super duper senses. Also, Wakanda granting stealth. Armor from the scraps of my ship. At the beginning of the game, add 2 Vibranium tokens, there they are again, to your sideline. Remove any 1 Vibranium token from your sideline. If you do, heal Vibranium Man 2 clicks. He comes in at 125 or 60 points. And you see that 60-point line there starts at click number 4. Wall Crawler is a trait on the back of the card. Leap Climb, free. Place this character in a square of a different elevation within 4 squares and line of fire. Okay, this character is very, very cool. And as you can see on the back of the card there, Prince T'Challa, of course, but alternate universe, alternate timelines. So the All-Rider, the invincible Ant-Man, when Tony Stark was Ant-Man? Yes. Anyway, it's from Avengers Forever. And a few issues in, you're introduced to somebody that's in the beginning of the book called the Sky Spider, which happens to be Prince T'Challa. He goes on the hunt for Killmonger. Now, this is the multiversal Masters of Evil version of Killmonger, who is destroying planets and laying waste to everything. He has destroyed everything T'Challa loves. He is in a destroyer suit. Yes, Destroyer from Thor lore. Yes, the giant indestructible destroyer suit. Yes, that's what Killmonger resides in the multiversal Masters of Evil. Avengers Forever is really a story about taking those guys down and pulling different versions of the characters you love from alternate timelines all over the place. It's crazy. He starts out as the Sky Spider. He starts out in these slums on this planet where only the richest are allowed to touch the ground. Everybody else is up in the air at all times, and these very high, like skyscrapers, these trailers basically stacked on top of each other. And he saves a lot of people up there from falling, from falling to their doom, from being attacked, all these things. And he uses his vibranium in a very different way, like uses it basically as webs. That's why he has the Spider-Man stuff. Very, very cool character. Eventually, he figures out who he is. Eventually, he figures out a way to use all of this vibranium in a much different way. He superpowers himself. He can fly and all of the different things. So very cool to see Vibranium Man. There's a point in the story where you see him leaping from wreckage to wreckage, trying to gather vibranium so he can keep on building up his suit, keep on trying to become more powerful to go and defeat Killmonger. So very cool. I did not expect to see Vibranium Man in the set, but that does continue on Avengers Forever. We've gotten a lot of those teammates in Clix form over the years, whether it's the Ben Grimm with all the Infinity Stones in his body, or the Invincible Ant-Man, or all these different characters. We've seen a lot of them. Very, very cool to see the continuation here with Vibranium Man, of course. I mean, T'Challa, alternate universe, but Black Panther nonetheless. Amadeus Cho and Kirby up next. Now, I love the idea of Kirby. Amadeus Cho saves this, he thinks, pup from the side of the road, I think. I think the mom and dad or the rest of the pack have been killed. He thinks it's a puppy. Turns out it's a coyote. They allowed fans to name Amadeus Cho's pet, actually, and I think it was I don't remember where the young man was. I think he was from Uruguay or something. He wrote in, he said it should be named Kirby, and they named it Kirby, but they expanded the name. It's Kerberos, like Cerberus, basically, but Kerberos is the long name for him. However, Kirby, very cute, very helpful early on in the run, but as the God Squad goes to defeat the Skrull gods, you find out that, yes, unfortunately, Kirby has been a Skrull for a very long time. No! Almost ruins the entire God Squad mission, but Kirby was very, very cute for a very long time in the books. You find out that the original Kirby actually went off into the wilderness, started its own little coyote pack. So he lived, you know, the Skrull didn't kill him when he assumed his identity, just kind of let him go. Amadeus Cho and Kirby, Avengers, Champions, God Squad, Illuminati, S.H.I.E.L.D., Animal, Celebrity, Scientist. Obviously, before Amadeus Cho was a Hulk here. God Squad, Safeguard, Outwit, Free, choose an opposing character with the deity keyword within 4 squares and line of fire. That character can't use Safeguard Outwit until your next turn. Kirby is a great distraction, outwit, and shape change. When Amadeus Cho and Kirby start the game, generate a Kirby bystander. Aww. All right, look at the back here, and you will see the Kirby bystander. He's got a little bit of sidestep, some blades, claws, fangs, a little bit of toughness. He is a team player. Amazing Fantasy number 15 from 2005 is the significant appearance here. Very cool. So God Squad granting you some Safeguard from Outwit. I wonder if God Squad is always going to grant you that same thing, or if God Squad's going to kind of shift and grant you Safeguard from something that the character is renowned for themselves. Because Amadeus Cho, obviously one of the smartest people in the entire universe. Outwit is a big deal for him. So very, very cool. We'll see if that God Squad Safeguard attacks different things every time that you see it. I'm guessing it's going to be a shared keyword, though. So who else are we going to get from the God Squad? I want Hercules so bad. Let's go. Ares will be our last one. Different God Squad that he put together. Also, a part of the Avengers, etc., etc. Let's see. Does not have the God Squad keyword, actually, though. Ares, Avengers, Dark Avengers, Armor, Deity, Past, Soldier, and Warrior. Interesting that he doesn't have God Squad because he formed a third version of it on his own. Divine Favor, Safeguard, Opposing Perplex, and Opposing Probability Control. When Ares attacks targeted characters without the deity keyword, modify their defense by -1. Very cool way. He's only 55 points? How is Ares only 55 points? Look at that dial there, full dial of charge, blades, claws. He has all the weaponry you could ever want. On the back, from Olympus, Ares, Armory, and that dives into all the ways he can hurt you. Sideline active. Once per game, when a friendly character that can use blades, claws, fangs makes a close attack, they may target all adjacent characters with the opposing characters with that attack. If they do, they must use blades, claws, fangs for that attack, and they roll a separate d6 for each hit character. When they do, if Ares is on the map, the minimum result is instead the character's printed damage value by +1. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of text for that power. Once per game, when a friendly character that can use blades, claws, fangs makes a close attack. He is friendly to himself. They may attack all adjacent opposing characters. Okay. Oof. Wow. Yeah, you can throw him in there or another character with blades, claws, fangs. It's just a huge damage bomb in the middle of a bunch of your opponent's pieces if they stack them together close enough. But very cool. I am kind of shocked he doesn't have the God Squad keyword. Maybe I'm misremembering that. I thought... I've read a lot of comics, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Did Ares, was he a part of an Asgardian Olympian version of God Squad that took on some Celestials in, I think it was Avengers Academy or whatever Avengers book that he was a part of. I can't remember specifically. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm misremembering that. But I thought it was Sif and Angela and Thor and Ares and, those kind of characters, all Olympian and Asgardians joined together as one to fight off a Celestial. Maybe I'm losing it a little bit. All right, next booster. Speaking of losing it, it's probably you guys out there going, just open the next booster. Storytime with Scotty P. It's a little bit of the reason you show up, right? Plus, I'm also on my third cup of coffee now. That's what's in Scott Porter's cup. Maple walnut, Timmy Hortons. Holler at me. Come on. Nothing more. I would love nothing more than to have Timmy Hortons as our as our sponsor on these things. Can you imagine? Hortons and HeroClix. Let's go. All right, let's see. The next booster. Oh, all right. Now we're getting some villains. Now we're seeing some guys here. We've got Klaw, one of the big bads of Black Panther himself there. We have another Hatsutsuraze, generic, which I will take multiples of those, 100%. Oh, we do not have another AIM agent, but the Scientist Supreme himself. This character, are you kidding me? Whoa! If you want to talk about not expecting to see a character. Guys, we got the Plunderer. That's right, the Plunderer. And we got another super rare here, guys. This one is White Tiger. Boom. Very, very cool. But not necessarily the Black Panther touched White Tiger. So let's pull all these guys back and let's talk about it. All right. The little tip card here says, oh, HeroClix starter set 2025. And it shows us a little card. I'm going to put this up here up close. Yeah. HeroClix starter set 2025. Something to look for. You see a Hulk there. You see a Wasp there. I mean, not a Wasp. You see a Captain America there, a Thor. You see a White Widow there. And learn how to play on the back. If you're brand new to the game, scan the QR code and get into the rules right away. A great little doorway to get new folks who are just buying these packs for the first time to jump in with us. Okay, Hatsutsuraze, we already have one of those. So we will jump right in. Oh, man, where are we going to go? Let's go with the Scientist Supreme first. In keeping with the AIM theme that they brought in here, AIM, Ruler, and Scientist. Seize that weapon, Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Scientist Supreme or an adjacent friendly character hits after resolutions, you may unequip a hit character, then equip that unequipped equipment to the Scientist Supreme. Just give me that, basically. Give me that. He's got a lot of running shot. He's got that all the way down his dial. And remember, does Penetrating Psychic Blast instead. On the back, I will call for backup leadership. Outwit. When Scientist Supreme uses leadership and succeeds after resolutions, you may generate a set number 7 AIM agent on click number 1. Very, very cool. Scientist Supreme, a way that the villains can be spawning their own guys out onto the map. Clean and simple. I like it a lot. I love the gold as well to differentiate from the other AIM agent that we pulled. Okay, let's jump into the Plunderer. Take a look at this guy. Yeah, did not expect the Plunderer to show up in this set, but let's see. Plunderer, Savage Land, Wakanda, Pirate, and Ruler. I will be taking that. When Plunderer hits, remove any one Vibranium token from an opponent's sideline and add a Vibranium token to your sideline. Set number 45, set number 24 comes in at 45 points. You see some charge there, some super senses. On the back, Black Market. Remove any one Vibranium token from your sideline. If you do, choose an equipment equipped to an opposing character or in any KO area. Plunderer can use the effect of the equipment until your next turn. Parnival Plunder is his name. Yes, that is his name, Parnival Plunder. You can see the significant first appearance happening in Daredevil. Now, what you don't know about this guy, the Plunderer, is that he's actually Kazar's brother. Kazar's actual name is Kevin Plunder. And how I know the Plunderer is actually through Savage Land books. Savage Land was a big part of crossover stuff with X-Men in like the 80s and the 90s. I read a lot of, you know Sauron from the Savage Land. A lot of big storylines happen there with Rogue and Magneto, with Polaris' sister. A lot of stories take place in the Savage Land. So I know quite a bit about Kazar. His brother, Parnival, is the Plunderer. He actually tried to steal a bunch of the... Okay, long story short, for Savage Land, a long time ago, a lot of equipment was left in the Savage Land to keep it as a tropical environment. So when the world froze over, this machinery that was placed there a very long time ago kept the habitat the exact same. That's why you have all these animals, all these dinosaurs, these prehistoric beings that have lived through the ages. The Plunderer tried to do the exact same thing to New York. He tried to steal a bunch of the equipment that keeps the Savage Land, and move it to New York. That became a very New York City street hero Marvel Knights kind of problem. So you see he was battled by, the Daredevil, by White Tiger, actually, who we pulled here, and has done some pretty silly stuff over the years, actually. The Plunderer I did not expect to come into play, but does that open the door up? Are we going to get a little Savage Land, little sub-theme here? Are we going to get a little Kazar, a little Zabu, a little Shanna the She-Devil? Who knows? But that is pretty funny to see him in this set. Mark him under most surprised as far as like what I expected in this set. Did not expect the Plunderer to be here. Very cool. Okay, Klaw himself. The man that murdered T'Chaka, Black Panther's father. He is a bad, bad dude. He's got AIM, Frightful Four, Masters of Evil, and Scientist keywords. Stolen resources. Force Blast. When Klaw hits after resolutions, choose one. Give a hit character an action token. Remove any one Vibranium token from your opponent's sideline. Oof. More of the Vibranium tokens here, guys. This is crazy. Has the Masters of Evil team ability. Now, it doesn't have anything really beyond what you see there. I guess I expected a little bit more from him, but if you look at the front, he's got phasing on the back half of the dial here. He, at this point, used something called, I think, Reverbium, which mimicked Vibranium, to allow him to become pure sound, basically. And I thought there was a very cool storyline with Klaw that happened in Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, where you see that he's always been at the Vibranium because it allows him to utilize sound in a very dangerous way. Whether he phases in and out, he moves at the speed of sound. He can use sound all around you to destroy you. He can use it all to change speeds of vibration, to do all different types of things. Once the Vibranium was stripped from him, he started trying to create something brand new. I think it was called Reverbium, but it is a cheap copy of what Vibranium can do. And what ends up happening to him in Ta-Nehisi Coates' run is he returns. He's very dangerous. He's trying to see how to bring his sister who was taken from him, put into a coma, bring her back to life by using sound, basically. But he needs more. He needs some of the technology that Wakanda has, and he also wants revenge on Black Panther. He shows up. Black Panther catches him in his own sound net and reverts him, actually him, because he is living sound at this point, back into rocks of reverbium. That's the last time I remember seeing Klaw actually in the books. Very, very cool thing. Go check out that run. There is a lot of really cool stuff that happened in that run. But Klaw, very dangerous for a very long time, and a brutal. He's no longer even human, so he is such a brutal villain. Has killed so many and has no remorse at all. He's a really nasty villain, so really cool to see him in this set. Last but not least, let's see what White Tiger we get. Oh, it's Ava. Okay, it's not Alejandra. All right. There have been a number of White Tigers over the years. This particular White Tiger is Ava Ayala. White Tiger has AIM, Avengers, Heroes for Hire, Animal, Deity, Herald, Martial Artist, and Mystical keywords. The monster who even monsters fear. I think they're talking about the Tiger God there. Opposing characters that have the team ability chosen for Avengers modify their attack and damage by -1 when attacking White Tiger. Swipes and strikes. Blades, Claws, Fangs. When White Tiger uses it and rolls a 1 or a 2, after resolutions, she may make a close attack. This can repeat. What? So if you keep on rolling a 1 or a 2, you get to keep on making close attacks. Very, very, very cool. Some hypersonic speed there at the top, some perplex as well, comes in at 80 points. 47A is the set number here. Okay, that gets my head spinning. Try and figure out what the prime could be of this super rare. On the back, you see Avengers, and you see Mystics. Member of the Mighty Avengers there, significant appearance. So this particular White Tiger is actually very close to the new Power Man. Not Luke Cage Power Man, but the newer Power Man, who is able to harness chi. The two of them can work together. This is the avatar of the Tiger God. Now, the original White Tiger back in like the 70s was Hector Ayala, her oldest brother. I think they're of a family of like 4 or 5, and she's the youngest sister. A pretty good age gap between the two. In the meantime, there were a couple of other White Tigers, including, Alejandra, what is her name? Including let's see, Hector's niece, Alejandra, was White Tiger for a little bit of time, which makes it White. If she's the youngest sister of Hector, her niece as well. So, and the two of them battled. That version of the White Tiger was utilized by the Hand, was killed, brought back to life, was definitely enthralled in a very big way by the Hand. Big storyline within Daredevil itself as well. They ended up battling. They both had pieces or medallions of the Tiger God. And so they were both avatars of the Tiger God fighting each other. Those powers were eventually joined together in Ava, if I remember correctly. So Ava is kind of the latest version of White Tiger, not to be confused with Casper Cole, who comes from the pages of Black Panther. He is a cop in New York City that was given some tech, given some powers, given, I believe, even the heart-shaped plant, I think, at some point to have some of the powers of the Tiger God. And he was created in Christopher Priest's run of Black Panther at the late 90s, early 2000s era. That White Tiger was a member of the crew with Luke Cage and Storm and Misty Knight and War Machine. So maybe we'll see White Tiger in this set, and maybe we'll see some of those characters. War Machine, Misty Knight, all the members of the crew from Priest's run on Black Panther. That is another possibility that I'm thinking of now that we have White Tiger in the set. Oh man, now my head is spinning. Oh, I'm so excited. But Ava herself, very, very incredibly powerful because like I said, there was multiple avatars of the White Tiger at one point. She has unified all of that. She has become very powerful. She has a teammate in Power Man where they can utilize their skills in concert. I think there's something called the Tiger's Paw or the Tiger Slam or something that they can do together, where he harnesses all of his chi, places it into the Tiger God's power, and she delivers a blow that is just immense. I think they killed Shumagorath together, actually. I think that's how powerful this Tiger Strike that the two of them can do. So that's another character I think might be in this set now. I think we might get Power Man in this particular set if we're getting Ava's White Tiger. Very, very cool. Hyper dangerous on her own. Let's take a look at her card one last time. On that front of that card there, set number 47A, and now that I'm thinking about it, is the other version maybe her niece, Alejandra? Is it Hector, the original? They wouldn't share the sculpt the same there. Could it even be Casper Cole? Again, I don't think they would share the same sculpt, but there are so many versions of characters named the White Tiger in Marvel's history. I think there might be 5 or 6 of them total. But look at the hypersonic speed there, the Blades, Claws, Fangs, with the ability to keep on making close attacks if you're rolling too low on your Blades rolls. Very, very cool. All in a package that is 80 points small. Very, very cool. All right, I'm put over here on the hero side. Now I'm super excited. Now, like, we're pulling at more threads. What else could be in this set? We know we're going to have God Squad as a sub-theme. It's not really a sub-theme, but the crew is something we haven't seen in a while. The crew was originally written by Priest. It was James Rhodes. It was Casper Cole. It was Luke Cage. It was, Misty Knight. I think that was maybe the original team. I can't remember exactly all of the members of that one. The new crew that was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates has Storm involved as well as Luke Cage and Misty Knight. So, and I think Manifold even is a part of that. So maybe we'll have the crew sub-theme in this as well, which the crew was written by 2 Black Panther writers. So it would make sense in this set. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm having a blast opening these. We still have 3 days left. Tomorrow, we will look at 2 more boosters as well as this Shuri versus the Klaw play-at-home kit. Very excited to see what is in there. The next day, on day 4, we'll take a look at this play-at-home kit with Black Panther and Killmonger. And the final day, we'll look at all the legacy cards, including the one that we pulled, and who you need to start go rummaging through your old collection and finding what pieces you need to find that are going to get newly legacy carded for this particular set. Remember, the set comes out October the 30th. I have to say thank you to WizKids for sending me this brick to share with you all. I have to say thank you to HyperRPG for allowing me back in their studio. Oh, it feels good to be home. I will see you guys tomorrow. In the comments below, though, tell me what figure you are most excited about that we have pulled so far. Let me know. Who are you most excited about that we have pulled so far? I can't wait to read your answers tomorrow. But until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits. Peace.